Hey there. Welcome to Rich Without the Rush. I'm Arlie Van, and this episode is different. Today, I'm not going to teach you anything. No frameworks, no formulas, no homework at the end. Today, I'm just going to talk to you. If you're listening to this in your car right now, maybe driving home from your parents' house, maybe sitting in a parking lot before you walk into the next thing on your list, I want you to stay right here for a few minutes. This one is for you. And I want you to know right off the bat, I see you. I see you waking up before everyone else, not because you're a morning person, because that's the only time in the house that is quiet enough to think. I see you checking your phone before your feet hits the floor, not for social media. You're looking for the text from your mom, for the missed call from the doctor's office, for the Venmo request from your child. I see you driving between your parents' house and your child's school, between the pharmacy and the grocery store, between one person's emergency and another person's deadline. I see you sitting at your desk at work, pretending everything is fine, smiling through the meeting, and then crying in your car at lunch because your dad fell again, and you simply can't be everywhere at once. I see you up at midnight, doing the numbers, doing the math, not because you love spreadsheets, because you can't sleep until you know the numbers work. And most nights, they really don't work. I see you Googling, how much does assisted living cost at 11 a.m. at night? Then closing the tab because the answer made you feel a little disappointed. I see you. And I need you to hear something. You are not failing. I know it feels like you are. I know you look around and you think everyone else has it all together. Their parents are healthy. Their children are settled. Even their retirement account has a comma in it. But here's what you don't see. 59 million Americans are living your exact life right now. 59 million people woke up today and started taking care of everyone else before themselves. You're not the only one. You're just the only one in your house who's carrying all of it. 96% of sandwich generation caregivers report emotional exhaustion. That's almost 9 out of 10. That means almost every woman is carrying what you carry at the same time. You're not behind because you made bad choices. You're behind because you made everyone else a priority. And that's a big difference. The world told you to be a good daughter, a good mom, a good wife, a good employee. And you tried to be all four at the same time every single day. Nobody warned you that being good at all of this would cost you this much. Can I be honest with you for a second? Nobody talks about what all of this really costs. It's not just money. I mean the weight of being who everyone else calls, the one who knows where dad's insurance card is, the one who remembers mom's medication, the one who checks the bank account before saying yes to anything, the weight of watching your parents get older and knowing you can't stop it, and feeling guilty that sometimes, just sometimes, you wish someone else could handle it just for a day. The weight of loving your children so much that you keep saying yes, even when yes means your retirement gets pushed back another year, even when yes means you skip the doctor again, even when yes means you eat cereal for dinner because you're too tired to cook. 40% of sandwich generation caregivers say they've made a money decision they regret, not because they're bad with money, because they were exhausted when they made that decision. You see, you can't think straight when you're running on 4 hours of sleep and 3 cups of coffee and the guilt of not being enough for everyone. That's not a money problem. That's a peace problem. I want to tell you something about myself because I think it may help. In my early 50s, I was starting over again, divorced for the second time, financially unstable, and looking at my life wondering, how did I get here? I had done a lot of things right, had a good career, and was studying scriptures all this time, and I tried to be a good man. But life doesn't always care about your plans. And there I was, middle age, basically starting from scratch, watching people my age talk about their retirement accounts while I was trying to figure out next month's rent. I felt behind, and I felt a little ashamed. And I felt like everyone else got the memo, and I missed it. Does any of this sound familiar to you? Well, here's what saved me. It wasn't a budget app. It wasn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It wasn't some 25-year on the internet telling me to skip the coffee. It was peace. I stopped chasing a number and started chasing calm. I stopped comparing my starting line to someone else's finish line. I stopped beating myself up for where I was and started building from where I stood. And one of the most positive things that happened is that I found Angela, my wife. I rebuilt, and I learned that starting over doesn't mean starting from nothing. And that's the truth I want you to hear today. It's not too late. I know that it's hard to believe that right now. I know right now you're in the middle of it, and it's hard to see because of the bills, the guilt, the exhaustion, and it feels permanent, like this is just your life right now, but it's not. The second half can be better than the first. I'm living proof, not because I found some secret formula, not because I was fortunate, because I made one decision. I chose peace over panic. I chose slow over fast, calm over chaos, direction over perfection. That is what the tortoise formula is about. Not getting rich quick, getting rich slowly, and staying calm while doing it. Direction times discipline divided by distraction equals wealth. For you, the distraction isn't your phone. It's not Netflix. It's love. It's your mom needing you. It's your child needing you. It's everyone needing you. You can't get rid of that distraction. And I would never ask you to. But you can create a little bit of margin, a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of space just for yourself. Even if saving $50 a month towards your own future, that would matter. Even 5 minutes with the peace calculator matters. Even this, sitting in your car, listening to a stranger on a podcast who gets it, this matters. So here's what I came here to say. You have permission to take care of yourself. Not after the children are settled, not after mom's okay, not after the bills are caught up. Now, you have permission to say no this week. No to one thing, just one. You have permission to put something, anything, toward your own future, even if it's small. Even if it feels selfish, it's not selfish. It's survival. You have permission to stop comparing yourself to people who aren't carrying what you carry, because they're not. And they don't know what this feels like. You have permission to cry in the car and then wipe your face and keep going, because that's simply what you do. That's who you are. And that strength is not weakness. It is the bravest thing I've ever seen. And you have permission to breathe. Boundaries are love, even when they don't feel like it. Taking care of yourself is not abandoning anyone. It's making sure you're still standing tomorrow so you can keep showing up. I wrote the book Rich Without the Rush for a lot of reasons. But if I'm honest, I wrote it for this moment, for you, sitting in your car or folding laundry or walking the dog or lying in bed at midnight wondering if you're doing enough. You are doing enough. You're not broke. You are exhausted. And there's a difference. The book has frameworks. It has formulas. It has a plan. But at the bottom of every page is this one message. You're not behind. You're carrying more than one person should. And there's a calm path forward. If that sounds like something you need right now, the book is on Amazon. Just search Rich Without the Rush by Arlie Van. And if you want to see where you really stand, not just your bank balance, but your peace, go to richwithouttherush.com and download the free peace calculator. It takes 5 minutes. 5 minutes you deserve. Now, I have just one more thing. If this episode meant something to you today, I have a favor to ask. Please do not keep it to yourself. Send it to someone, your sister, your best friend, the coworker who always looks tired but never says why, the woman in your life who's taking care of her parents and her grandchildren and never asks for help. Send her this episode, because sometimes the best gift you can give someone is letting them know, I see you. You're not alone. So thank you for spending these minutes with me. I don't take that lightly. I'm Arlie Van with Rich Without the Rush. And always remember, the tortoise always wins.